Hello and welcome to Sandra Inman Tapping. Today I want to talk about money mindset and overcoming those tough beliefs. This video is in response to a question that was in the comments of one of my old videos. And this old video I did quite a few years ago, and it's called Money Mindset Blocks that are hard to remove and why. So if you want to check that video out, certainly do that. I will try to remember to put a link to that in the comments field so that you can refer back to that video. Look, money beliefs can be really, really tough. And so there's a bit of a process that I wanted to talk about. It's a step-by-step process that can involve a little bit of tapping in there. Obviously, if you're watching this channel, you are most likely into tapping, but it's using tapping with some other techniques, using your imagination as well. So I'll talk about that and give you the steps to go through. But before we do that, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Sandra Inman. I'm the author of Tapping into Abundance using EFT tapping and the law of attraction to change your mindset and turn your life around. And if you want to buy that book, there's a link to where you can get that on Amazon in the description field below this video. And you can also do one-on-one coaching with me. I work with people to help remove all of the blocks that are in your way to being able to do the things that you want to do with your life, to be who you really are. And that can include money mindset, as well as just your mindset in general that's just stopping you from truly living the life the way that you want to live it, with joy, with peace, and with that sense of empowerment. There's a link in the description field below this video about how you can go about booking a free half-hour clarity session with me so that we can have a chat just to see where you're at, to give you some clarity about what's going on with you. And then we can talk about working one-on-one after that if it suits us. So link in the description field below this video for that one. And at the time of this video, I have a half-price sale on my shadow work, inner work, limiting beliefs, called the Wheels of Empowerment. So it is a course that involves tapping. It involves some lovely rituals that you can do to help change your mindset and bring in new positive energy, as well as meditations to help you tune into healing your chakras and healing your mindset at each chakra level. At each chakra level, there are beliefs that you're going to have about yourself and the world. And so we go through at each chakra level and clear those beliefs so that you can start to create the life that you want to create. And there's a link in the description field below this video for how you can now get that for half price. So to the topic at hand, the money mindset. The first thing I want you to focus on is knowing that if you want to change anything about yourself, particularly your mindset, you have to have the resolve to change. You have to be determined to make the change, and you need to be persistent. It's not going to happen overnight. It is something you're going to have to work on. It's a process. So rather than being totally obsessed with the end result, try to see this as a journey and a process that you're going through of change, because there's usually a lot of beliefs there that are in the way. Some of them, particularly if they're beliefs that you've picked up from early childhood, are going to be more stubborn to move. You're not going to know all of them, and not all of them are actually going to be related to money. They're going to also be related to yourself and your value and whether you're good enough, and all of those beliefs around yourself that are going to affect your money. They're going to affect how much money you allow into your life, how much you allow yourself to earn. And when it comes to manifestation, law of attraction, and magic, how much you're going to allow yourself to manifest the type of wealth or prosperity that you ideally would like to have. So understand that this isn't a quick fix thing. This is something that is probably going to take you some time to do. Now, for some people, it might be a couple of days, some people a couple of weeks, others a couple of months. Sometimes it's a couple of years or a few years work, depending on what's there. So don't think or beat yourself up if you're not there straight away. You need to have that dedication to the task at hand. But there are some ways that you can speed up the process. And number two is how you can do that. Once you have that resolve to work on yourself, you need to know what you want. You know, how much money do you want? What would you be doing with that money if you had it? Can you paint a picture in your imagination of what you would be doing with that money? Can you see yourself spending that money? Can you see yourself in a particular environment, for example? Can you see yourself in a particular car? Can you see yourself in a home, a particular home in a particular location? If you can't think about what it is that you do with that money, if you really don't have any idea, you just know we want a lot more money than you've got now and you don't really know what you do with it, then you need to know what you're going to do with it, because that is going to help you visualize and step into the you and become the you that has that type of money. So you need to have a picture. It doesn't have to be a complete picture at this stage, but the beginning of a picture, and you can change it as you go. And a great way to start working on this is to write the picture down. And even if you change the details every so often, that's okay. You can change the picture, you can add to it, you can do whatever you want to the picture, but you need to have an idea of what you're going to do with that money and write all of those things down. Because the picture is what you're going to use when you're doing the magic, the law of attraction work to manifest that money into your life. So if you don't have a picture now, start designing a picture of yourself. Now, don't be surprised if you try to do this and there's a lot of resistance in the way. You might feel, I can't picture myself having this sort of money. I can't picture myself in that type of job, or I can't picture myself doing that business, or I can't picture myself in my ideal home. I can't picture myself doing that. That's okay. That's fine. Where you can bring the tapping in is to tap on that very thing, that tapping on the resistance and tapping on not being able to see the picture. And I'm going to give you a demonstration of how you can do that now. So just tapping on the points, you could say, I can't see a picture of what I'd be doing if I had that prosperity. I just can't see a picture of me. I don't know what to see. I've never been in this situation before. It's never happened before. So I don't know what to see. It almost seems scary to see myself with that kind of money. I'm feeling some fear. I'm feeling some resistance. It seems scary to see myself in that type of car, a different home in a different location, eating out more, buying gifts for other people. I'm starting to see something here. I'm starting to see what I might do with this money. Pay off all debts. Maybe renovate. I could travel. I'm starting to see it now. I'm starting to see a picture. So that's the type of tapping that you want to do if you can't see the picture yet, because you're going to find that you'll start to get ideas coming into your head about what you could be doing with that money, and those ideas are what you can create a picture from. Once you start creating that picture, I want you to watch that picture in motion like you're watching a movie. So, this is where you're disassociating from being in the picture yourself. You're watching yourself in the picture. The reason why we start with disassociation is because it's not as triggering, and it might be a little easier and more comfortable to start the visualization looking at yourself as if you are in a movie and you're watching that movie. So you could see yourself driving that car, you could see yourself donating to a charity, you can see yourself doing what it is that you would be doing with that money, even if it's just one scene right now that you have. You might have a scene where you say, I finally paid the mortgage off for my home and I'm now totally debt free. That might be the only thing that you see right now, but the fact that you can start to build a picture is a really good place to start. Now, when you start to see yourself in that situation, there may be discomfort there too. And if there's any discomfort around seeing yourself in that prosperous situation, start to think about what is it that's so uncomfortable? Where do I feel that discomfort? Is it in my solar plexus chakra? Is it in my heart chakra? Is it in my root chakra? And this is where the chakras come in, because at each chakra level, there's beliefs. So, for example, if it's a root chakra feeling, it's going to probably be beliefs that you've experienced from your family of origin and their experiences with money, and a sense of safety and having the right to have money, having a right to even exist in this world. If it's solar plexus, it's to do with power. Most people really want money because of the security that money would bring and the choices that money brings. So they're the two main reasons you probably deep down want it in the first place, is to feel secure and safe and have choices. So there's going to be beliefs at different chakra levels that may interfere with that. Again, find those beliefs and tap on them. I'm going to do a demonstration of some tapping that you can do at this stage of the game. So again, you can either tap on the karate chop point or you can tap on the points. When I look at myself and I see myself prosperous, I feel two things. One, I'm excited. Two, uncomfortable. This could never happen to me. How could I ever have this? How could that happen to someone like me? What will people say? What will people do? It's difficult to look at this picture and believe that it could be me. But what if I just watch this picture, watch the movie, and create what I want to create as a movie? Feel the discomfort, and be safe at the same time. What if I can create this movie, enjoy the process, and be safe at the same time? So that's an example of tapping that you could do at this stage of the game. You're still disassociating from the situation, so you're not really in the manifestation phase just yet, or you might be. But this is a little bit easier than the next phase, which is you stepping into the movie, stepping into the you in the movie, as if you are experiencing it. You're in that car and you're driving it. You're in that home. You're looking out the window at the view you want to see. You're doing the things that you'd be doing with that money on a daily basis. You can look down and see the floor beneath your feet and your feet there. You can imagine that you can see your hands, and your hands are perhaps just gliding upon the surface of a windowsill that you're looking out of, or that you're holding the steering wheel in your hand and you're driving, for example. Now, at this stage, you may find that you're sort of wafting in and out of disassociating. So you may be able to see your hands holding the steering wheel. You may be able to see yourself just putting your hands on the windowsill. But when it comes to actually looking out the windows, if you were looking at the view, you might struggle with that. You might find that you're actually looking at yourself looking out the window. That's okay at first. Just keep persevering with actually being in that situation yourself. It's about perseverance and repetition. Your subconscious mind learns from repetition. So if you do these exercises, activities, whatever you want to call them, every day, you eventually are going to be able to succeed at doing them well. And you will be able to step into that version of you that has that experience. You may also find that when you step into that version of you, it's really uncomfortable to do so. And there may be fears there. There may be resistance to stepping into that self. That's normal too, and that's okay. Try to step into yourself anyway. And if you find that there's any discomfort, check in with where that discomfort is in your body. Which chakra is it likely associated with? And then look at what the beliefs are. And you can find the beliefs once again through tapping. So let's do some tapping on that stage of the process. There I am. I'm here. I'm looking out the window of my dream home. I can feel the floor beneath my feet. I can see myself stepping into myself and experiencing driving this perfect car. I can see my hands, like I'm looking down at my hands and I'm seeing them. I can hear the sounds I want to hear. And I turn and see the people I want to see. Even if it feels scary, even if it feels strange, and it feels strange, I'm just going to persevere anyway. Now, you may find that the tapping will actually help you step into the picture. As you're talking to yourself about what you're seeing and what you're hearing, what you might be smelling, in the picture of what it is that you're doing. You might be in a shopping mall, you might be shopping. As you tap on what it is that you're seeing, you're impressing your subconscious mind with that reality, because remember, the subconscious mind can't tell the difference between what's real and what's imagined. So the more you can feel into that experience, as if you are having the experience, feeling the air conditioning, for example, of being in a shopping center, the more your subconscious mind is going to believe that it's happening. And it's your subconscious mind that is really responsible for creating your reality in the first place. So if you're impressing on the subconscious mind that you are experiencing these things, it's going to start to believe that it's happening. And you're going to find that each time you practice doing this, it's going to get easier and easier and easier, to the point where you can practice being in this environment, even when you're not in it, doing other things. For example, if you want a particular type of job and you're working now in an environment that isn't where you want to be, when you do go to work every day, while you're working, imagine you're doing the actual job you want to be doing, or the business you want to be doing. When you drive the car you currently have, if you're wanting another car, when you're in that car driving, using your imagination, imagine you're feeling what it feels like to be in that dream car. That when you look down at the steering wheel, it has the branding of whatever brand of car you want as you're driving it. You'll get so good at visualization if you're practicing these things every morning when you wake up and every evening before you go to sleep. You're going to get so good at doing it that you will be able to do it while you're awake and while you're doing other things. You're going to be able to visualize your way basically through your waking life. It's something that you will learn to do while you keep doing it. So do persevere with this. And if there's any beliefs that are in your way, particularly ones that it's not possible for you, or I've never had this experience before, so how can I possibly imagine myself in it? Go through these steps. You go through particularly the step of talking about what you would do if you had X amount of money, writing it down, creating a picture, then as if you're watching a movie and you're in it, and then stepping into that you in that movie. And once you're able to step into that you in that movie, every morning when you wake up, step into that you. What would you be doing or thinking when you wake up in the morning if you had that type of prosperity or that type of money? What would you be doing differently? How would you get out of bed differently? How would you think differently? What would you be looking at that's different to what you're looking at now? And use your imagination to create that. Same when you go to sleep at night, before you go to sleep, imagine that you're going to sleep in the type of bed, in the space, and the place that you would be going to bed in if you had the type of money that you want to have. And the more clear that you get on these things, the more your subconscious is going to come along for the ride, and things will start happening and things will start manifesting for you. Keep things open as much as you can about how it'll come to you. Ask for leads. So ask the universe for leads to guide you as to what steps to take to allow this to come into manifest reality. So you might get some creative ideas to maybe start a side hustle, or you might get the impetus to go and buy a lotto ticket. You might have a feeling of going to a certain place, and then something will happen in that place. You might meet someone, or you might find a book or something that's going to then spur you on to the next lead. So ask for signs and leads to guide you along the way. Okay, so that about wraps that up for what I wanted to talk about. This is something you have to do. No one else can do this for you. You can certainly have help along the way, and that's what I do when I work one-on-one with people. I help people through tapping to find those beliefs that are holding them back and changing them, and totally allowing you then to clear the slate so that you can be who you truly are. Because it's not really as if you have to step into the person you want to be. You already are that person. You're just not allowing yourself to be that person right now because all of the beliefs are stopping you from allowing yourself to be that prosperous you. So what I do when I work one-on-one with people is that I help you remove those blocks to being who you truly are. So do take up that half-hour clarity session if you're really serious about making a change and you are thinking seriously about doing some coaching with somebody like myself. And take advantage of the Wheels of Empowerment course. That's half price at the moment. The link to both of these things are in the description field underneath this video. I don't know when I'll be offering it half price again. It is a self paced course, so you get to do it on your own, but you have me along the way to help. You can email me. I have discussion forms at the end of each module so that you can email me to let me know how you're going or anything that you've discovered, or if you're having trouble trying to move a belief or something. You can always contact me via the contact forms in that course, so you're not totally alone doing it. So if you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends, don't forget to subscribe, and I am Sandra. I will see you on the next video.